Hi, this is Melissa Arndt with Ledgeview Partners. We are a group of customer relationship management professionals who specialize in designing and implementing CRM solutions to improve business processes and maximize your company's growth potential. Today I'm going to show you some of the new CRM 2013 features in action. This session is part one of a two-part series. This first session will focus on the new features from a salesperson's perspective. Session two will be related to customer service. This will be a high-level and quick glimpse at some of the new features of CRM 2013. So in this presentation, I'm going to do a day in the life of scenario. I'm going to be using CRM from a salesperson's perspective. I will be logged into the system as Jalinda Precup. Jalinda is a sales rep for Gadgets Galore. Gadgets Galore is the manufacturer of banana slicers and other kitchen gadgets. In this scenario, we will walk through Gadget Galore's sales process, which starts with creating an opportunity, proceeding to a quote, and then moving on to the order. As you see, when I first log in, I'm taken to the sales module. This is based on my security role being a salesperson. I have also set my home page, as you see here. This dashboard shows me the areas of CRM that I interact with most often and that are most important to me. This blue bar at the top of the screen is the navigation bar. This replaces the main left navigation pane in CRM 2011 and really is the foundation of all navigation throughout CRM 2013. It also contains a quick create button as well as some user settings. You'll notice that if I hover over Microsoft Dynamics CRM, I'm presented with an inline drop-down of tiles that represent the main modules in CRM, also sometimes referred to as the work areas. From here, I can move from sales to service to marketing, etc. When I choose a module, the navigation bar represents that module, and when I hover over that module, I'm presented with another drop-down of tiles that represent the record or the entities that are pertinent to that module. You'll also notice that as I proceed through, the blue bar is kind of keeping a trail, also known as a breadcrumb, as to where I am and how I got there. Another new feature within CRM is the ability to quickly access recently viewed records. So if I hover over accounts and go to this little arrow, I'm able to see the account records that I've recently viewed. This can really speed up your searching time and help you to get where you're going with fewer clicks. So in summary, that was a quick review of the new navigation, but really it's much cleaner, faster, and more fluid. Also keep in mind that your browser's back button will come in handy for you. Now, let's open a record in CRM and review the new anatomy of a form. I'm going to open up the record for one of Gadget Galore's top customers, Kitchen Warehouse. And notice how I opened it from the recently viewed records area. And then notice too, the breadcrumb continues to build and show me that I'm in this account record. One of the first things that you may notice is the image, this chef hat here. This is Kitchen Warehouse's logo. A new feature in CRM 2013 is the ability to upload image files into certain entities. This is available for account, contact, and user, as you see here as well. You may have also noticed that there's no longer a ribbon. Instead of the ribbon, there is what is known as the command bar. And it is here. This is where you will access and perform actions against the record that you're in, such as save, if it's on the creation of a new record, deactivate, etc. There's also this overflow menu, if you click on the ellipsis, that gives you access to additional actions that you can take. all of which used to be found in the ribbon. If you are wondering where the related records are, which used to be along the left-hand side, those two are in the top navigation bar. You can now access those by hovering over the arrow of the account that you are in. And you'll be presented with a drop-down of tiles that will take you to the related records. For instance, if I click on the Contacts tile, I will see a list of all the contacts for this account that I am in. I'll navigate back to my account. And continuing on here with the new anatomy of the form. In the upper right, oops, let me get back to my account here. I think I hit the back button one too many times. All right, so in the upper right of the screen here, we see these yellow boxes that are prominently displayed. This contains the key information of the record and is referred to as the header. This is configurable, but only a maximum of 4 fields can be shown. Along the left-hand side, you will see in this column, you will see the primary information related to this record. You will probably also notice that the Bing Maps is built in here. CRM 2013 has a Bing Map integration built in that will allow you to visually see the address of the account that you're in. You can zoom in and out on that map, or you can open it in a browser window that will give you more detail about the address and allow you to get driving directions and such. In the middle of the screen, you see information about what has happened and what is happening. It includes posts utilizing the activity feeds function of CRM 2013, or if you do use Yammer, the Yammer feeds will be in this area. Activities, traditional activities within CRM, a quick view of those, and the notes section. Kind of brings those all together, takes up less room on the screen, and allows for better navigation. To the right, we're going to see secondary information. So this will show information that's related to the account, but that really is its own entity. This is utilizing the new feature that's called Quick View. This is where you can quickly see information about and even interact with these related records. In prior to 2013, this could be accomplished with creative field mappings and or some JavaScript. Now it's just a standard configurable feature. Finally, at the bottom right of the screen is the save status of the record. With 2013, the concept of autosave is introduced. Autosave fires every 30 seconds or when you navigate away from the record. Autosave does not apply upon creation of a new record. You must click the Save button when creating a new record. You're able to see if there are unsaved changes at the current moment in time. Autosave is something that can be enabled or disabled at the company level. So let's go ahead and watch the lower right hand by that save icon. We're just going to modify this address. And as soon as I tabbed out of that field, CRM recognized that there was a change to this record, and it says unsaved changes. Now if we were to wait 30 seconds, it would save itself. However, if we just navigate away from the page, it's also going to save. And I navigated away a little too far. All right. Now, let's get into that day in the life of a salesperson. I just kind of wanted to show some of the new user interface changes before we dove right into that. So I just received a call from one of my customers, Scott, at Kitchen Warehouse, saying that their banana slicers have been flying off the shelves and they need to buy some more as soon as possible. He has purchasing authority for up to $500 and would like to purchase accordingly. So let's start an opportunity. Gadget Galore's sales process starts with creating of an opportunity. So from the Kitchen Warehouse account screen, I'm going to add a new opportunity. This is what's called Quick Create. So we've enabled Quick Create on the opportunity entity, which allows a user to do just that, quickly create a new record. You can specify which fields you want to be shown in here. This is custom order. This is something that I'll explain in detail a little later here. However, for this example, this is not going to be a custom order. This is going to just be an off-the-shelf stock order, and he wants to purchase it immediately. I could enter information to these fields if I had it, but I'm just going to go ahead and save the record. So I'm going to open that opportunity. There we go. Notice that the layout of the form is very similar to that of the account, with the primary information, the kind of what's happening information, and then the secondary information. On the right side of the screen, too, one other thing to point out is you'll see this sales team grid. The sales team area utilizes a new feature called Access Teams. This is new to CRM 2013 and takes the traditional role-based security to a new level. Access Teams allows multiple users to be assigned to a record and therefore have access or security privileges to, such as read, write, delete, etc., to that record, where by default of their base security role, they wouldn't have the same access granted to that record. This will provide more options to organizations using CRM 2013 when defining and configuring their security models. You will also see a yellow message displayed at the top of this record. Right here, this customer is on credit hold. This is called an alert. This was generated by using business rules. This new capability allows tailored rule-driven actions to take place. This was possible in previous versions, but it required a developer and a lot of JavaScript. Alerts is just one use of business rules. Another use are to set field values, such as field requirement levels, showing or hiding fields, or validating data. All of this is done without a single line of code. And finally, the most exciting part, the presence of the process control area we see here. This identify, quote, order process. In my opinion, this is by far the most useful and powerful new feature and the centerpiece of the new form layout. Each company is different, and so are their business processes. This new feature allows greater flexibility in setting up various and agile processes, again, without any code. This not only guides users through the relevant steps in the process, which obviously will ensure consistency amongst users, but it also lets the user very quickly and easily know what is completed, what they're working on. So the blue flag will move with the user throughout the process, so they'll be easily able to see what they're working on and what they need to do next. Each stage is clearly outlined and identifies the steps the user must take in order to advance to the next stage. It gets better, though. Business process flows can span multiple record types. This is where the real value comes in, like we see here. We have three-stage process: identify the opportunity, quote, and order. This process technically involves three different entities, but that's not all. You can actually have multiple processes in place that can be selected by the user. In this case, it's dependent on the nature of the sale. So remember back when we quickly created the opportunity and we had a field for, is this a custom order, yes or no? If this were to have been a custom order, meaning the customer wants to purchase red banana slicers or banana slicers that are larger or smaller, which would require additional steps in the sales process, the user could switch the process to, we have several here to pick from, but in this case it's going to be a custom order sales process. And notice that the process bar has different steps, more steps in it. All right. So to move through the sales process, I'm going to switch back to our kind of regular stock sales process. So the salesperson would move through the process of selling this order of banana slicers. All right. If you notice, if we were to, say, increase the budget, since that field is up in the process area, it also updates that field automatically. And we also notice that the priority changed to high. So we have a business rule running in the background that is updating this field based on the value of another field. And then it changed it back to normal. All right, so now that we've completed all of the steps in the identify stage, we're going to advance to the next stage. So when we click next stage, CRM knows that the next stage is to create a quote, so it's offering us the ability to do that here. And then you'll notice too the blue flag has moved to the quote stage in the process. Now we'll add products to our record, to our quote. So let's say, remember that he said he wanted to get as many banana slicers as he could for $500. So we're going to go ahead and add the banana slicers to our order. I just typed part of the product name, and the system found what I was looking for. So I can go ahead and change my quantities here. And it's going to update my total here and keep it going there. So he can get, quite a few more banana slicers. So we can just change the quantities accordingly. Oops. This is also using a new feature to 2013 called inline editable grids. All right. So now let's look back at our process here to see what else do I need to do to continue to move through the process. All right. So I created my quote. Yes, I did. A system workflow is set up to set our quote effective dates. So since our prices fluctuate quite frequently from day to day, when Gadgets Galore prepares a quote, it's only valid for 1 week. All right. Do we need to have a discount approved from our sales manager for this order, yes or no? We're just going to go ahead and just kind of say NA here. And once again, these are all configurable to your specific process. We don't need that, but if we did, this is set up to fire an email off to the sales manager letting him know that this particular quote needs a discount approved. He would come in and approve it, add any comments, and then it's kind of back in the hands of the salesperson to sell. All right, so I went ahead and I emailed that quote to my customer, and now I basically move on to other sales and wait for this customer to get back to me. So let's fast forward here a couple of days, and my customer replied, Scott replied, and he said he wanted to order those banana slicers right away. So I did receive email verification. Notice that if it was a PO, it would prompt me to enter the PO field. So let's just go ahead and let's say he sent me a PO. And then now, quote activated. This is more just a reminder, sort of a checklist type feature for the salespeople. CRM wants the user to activate a quote before it's able to be converted into an order. A lot of times users forget to do that, so then they get they get confused, or they end up calling their help desk thinking that the system's not working. So this activate quote is really just a reminder for the salesperson to do that. So once this quote is activated, we're now able to convert it into an order. And at the same time, close our opportunity as one. All right, so we're almost finished. So let's take a look at the steps required from this stage. So we're on our order, as seen in the blue flag here. We're in the order record, and we just need to verify, the salesperson, kind of a reminder here, verify if the quote pricing is still valid. Yes, it is. If it's not, obviously it would need to be requoted, or you would need to update the customer with the new pricing. And then management has put into place a process to have salespeople remember to check the stock availability of the product here and verbally give an estimated ship date to the customer. Gadgets Galore was getting a lot of phone calls from their customers about when the product was arrived. That expectation wasn't set in the sales process. So by just putting these couple fields here in the process bar, it really cut back on the amount of phone calls that customer service was getting. All right, so my job here as a salesperson is done, and this concludes the session 1 of this 2-part series. Thank you.